Hey guys, Scott here from Natural Athlete Online Coaching. Today with Kaya, we're going to go through the Bulgarian goat bag swing. So the Bulgarian goat bag swing is a regression for the hinge pattern movement. So if you're trying to build up to a Romanian deadlift or a good morning, and you need to do this movement with a lot of weight on your back or in your hands, you should start first by using the kettlebell and do Bulgarian goat bag swings. So all I'm going to do first is ask Kaya to pick up the kettlebell with a kettlebell deadlift. Just like the goblet squat, if you've seen that one before, she's going to pull the kettlebell by the horns, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, pull it in and push it away, okay? So that's how she's going to brace. So the way I coach the hinge pattern movement for a Romanian deadlift is how I coach it with a Bulgarian goat bag swing. So there's kind of two types of initiations. So you're either going to go knee bend first and then hinge. So that would be the RDL version. If you're doing a good morning, you just hinge and let the knee sit into a nice knee bend, okay? Personally, for beginners, I prefer coaching it with the knee bend first, because when you're having a lot of weight for the RDL, it takes one bit out of the equation before you start doing the RDL. You've got your knee in position and then it just stays there. Whereas if you're trying to organize the knee and the hip at the same time, it becomes quite complicated. So I really recommend putting the knee bend in first on this one, okay? So generally as a starting point for foot width and toe angle, I would go hip width apart to start with. So you should be thinking about hip width apart is if I had a pole just at my heel, that would line up exactly with the middle of my glute, okay? So my legs would be straight, my toes would be facing forward. After this, we're going to brace, pull the kettlebell in and push it away, making that pregnant belly or that food belly. Then we're going to bend the knee, and then all we're going to do is hinge back and hold the bottom position for me. So for Kaya to get in that position, her knee has stayed in the same place, her hips have been pulled back. A really good cue for the hip is as if it was a lasso. Imagine a lasso is around your hips and it's pulling you back. The issue is for most people, if they're used to squatting, they try and turn this hinge pattern into a squat pattern, which means the hip height goes down. Your hip height can't go down if someone's pulling you back constantly with the lasso. Can you do it for me one more time? She's also keeping her shoulders over her center of mass, okay? So she's not sitting back into her heels, lifting her toes. She's not coming back and lifting her heels off the floor. As you can see, her foot is nice and balanced on the floor. Okay, can you cycle 3 reps for me? So as she cycles the reps, she's going to initiate with the knee. She's going to hinge down to where her lower back and her hamstrings will allow her, which is pretty damn good. She's going to stand up tall, making sure that leg's straight. She's going to bend it at the knee. She's going to go again. She's going to stand it up tall, bend at the knee, hips go back, shoulders stay over, foot stays flat, stand back up tall, and that's the Bulgarian goat bag swing. Great exercise for learning how to do a hip hinge correctly. There's some other drills you could try, which is Eddie the Eagle and the wall drill, which you might find in my other playlists. This is more than good enough for all of those, and you can load it up with a kettlebell, starting with as little as a kettlebell of 2 kilos, 4 kilos. In this case, we've got 8. Okay, so that's how you learn how to hinge with a Bulgarian goat bag swing.